for you. We are late already.
I know. What does she want us to wear?
Anything, so long as we are down in 5 minutes.
Get me a dress, will you, Minnie?
Is the green one all right?
I think the sleeve's torn.
Yes.
Just get me a jacket. I'll wear this skirt. Who's coming to tea, anyway?
The wife of the new British minister.
British? Oh, bother.
Why?
They never send anyone very important to Denmark. And they're always so polite and formal. I suppose they're just not interested in us.
Mrs. Paget, may I present my daughter Alexandra and my daughter Dagmar.
How do you do, Your Royal Highness?
I'm sorry we're late, Mamma. It was my fault.
I knew that it would be. Did I not tell you, Mrs. Paget? Alexandra has no idea of time. You may serve tea.
Cream, Mrs. Paget.
Please, Your Royal Highness. I had hoped to meet Prince Christian.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Paget. I'm a little deaf.
I had hoped to meet Prince Christian.
Oh, well, he's serving with his regiment. He'll be home at the weekend. Nowhere in Denmark is more than a day by train.
Is it your first time in Copenhagen, Mrs. Paget?
Yes.
People say they find it very dull.
On the contrary, it's picturesque and quiet, but not dull.
You see, Minnie is convinced that we're in a backwater here. She's always plaguing us to travel.
Only to see something of the world, Mamma, since it certainly won't come to us.
Now, don't be pert.
Sorry, Mamma.
You see what I have to put up with.
Indeed. May I say how welcome everyone has made us feel in Copenhagen? I'd like to give an afternoon party and return.
At the legation?
Yes. Would you think me forward if I invited you, Your Royal Highness?
I should be delighted.
Thank you. I hope you'll bring the princesses.
Well, we shall see.
You'll have to give us lots of warning.
Would you have so many invitations?
No, but we need time to make something to wear.
You make your own clothes?
Most of them.
You'll have to describe the English fashion for us.
I don't really know much about them.
But you are English.
Oh, only by marriage. Until quite recently, I was lady-in-waiting to the Crown Princess of Prussia, the former Princess Royal of England. Wally! Royal Highness!
When did you get in?
Half an hour ago, I came straight here.
Is Augustus with you?
No, he's still in Copenhagen. I'm supposed to be visiting a sick and ancient aunt.
Then you'd better sit down.
Send money for Charlotte.
Come. Well, how are you?
Oh, never better. Fritz is sure it'll be another boy. Now tell me, Alexandra, what's she like?
Beautiful, graceful, and unspoiled.
And the family?
Charming, very friendly and natural with one
good.
another. She seems very attached to her younger sister, Dagmar, whom they call Minnie.
And Alexandra, is she clever?
Oh, she's certainly not backward. She speaks 4 languages well.
Oh, splendid.
She seems to be most interested in sports, riding, skating, things like that.
So she's healthy?
Oh, they all are. Happy, healthy, a little boisterous. Their father, Prince Christian, gives them all physical exercises on the lawn.
On the lawn?
Their circumstances are quite modest, although her father is heir to the throne of Denmark. Oh, she seems very attached to the younger sister. Well, of course they share a room.
Well, it all sounds very simple and charming, but hardly the right training for a princess. Thank you, Willie. Take it. She's not a little backward, childish.
Childlike and unaffected, but everything about her shows her breeding.
You didn't give them any idea why you were there.
Of course not, Your Royal Highness.
Of course not. I know I can rely on you. She sounds perfect. I was right to Mamma at once. There's a messenger leaving tonight. Come and help me compose a letter, Wally. Mamma always scolds me for not sending enough details. Well, she shan't complain this time. Dearest Mamma.
From the Princess Royal, ma'am.
Alice, fetch your father. And tell him it's important.
Bitte störe mich jetzt nicht.
Mama would like to see you.
Tell her I'm busy, please, Alice.
She says it's important, Papa.
Very well.
Albert, a letter from Vicky.
That is why I'm interrupted. I am trying to write myself to President Lincoln and Jefferson Davis.
Oh, what is more important, their civil war or the marriage of our eldest son?
That might make an interesting subject for debate.
Well, I at least am taking it seriously.
So, my dear, I assure you, well, what does Vicky say?
She has sent us more information about the Danish girl. And listen. You asked me whether I had anything more about the Danish beauty. Wally, who is very difficult to please, is in raptures about her. I have seen several people who all give accounts of her beauty, her charm, amiability, her frank, natural manner, and many excellent qualities. I thought it right to tell you all this in Bertie's interests, though I, as a Prussian, cannot wish Bertie should ever marry her. Well?
You know my opinion. Bertie cannot possibly marry a Danish princess while there's trouble between Prussia and Denmark.
Well, that can hardly be the girl's fault.
Very well. Ask Vicky to send a photograph.
Oh, Mrs. Paget can get one. It won't do any good. I sent all the other photographs to him and so far had absolutely no response.
Surely you didn't expect one. At the moment, he's far too happy playing soldiers.
Would you give my compliments to Sir George and apologise to him about dinner tonight? I feel very tired after this week's exercises.
Oh, I'm sure he'll understand, sir.
I think I may dine alone and go to bed quite early.
A very good idea, sir. If your light's out when I get back, I'll not disturb you. Gentlemen.
Have you spoken to your governor, sir?
Do you believe you? I told him I'd probably be in bed early. Now then, Charlie.
Now, the cab will be waiting.
Sir.
3 brandies, please.
3 brandies.
The cab will be waiting for us a quarter of a mile from the camp gates. And we better not wear uniforms.
Yes, all right.
Something wrong, sir?
No.
You don't think General Bruce suspects, do you?
No, it's quite another matter. Nobody knows about it yet, but I'm to be married. You'll forget I told you, won't you?
Are congratulations in order, sir?
No, they certainly are not.
Who's the lucky lady, sir?
I don't know, Charlie.
Does the Queen... do your parents just tell you who you're going to marry?
Not quite as crude as that. They make a selection and I have the final choice. Only the choice is incredibly limited.
Sir.
Thank you. I don't know why I drink this stuff. I don't even really like it.
Sounds as if you're going to need it, sir.
They've scoured the almanac Gotha and come up with only 6 princesses who have the right ancestors. One's Catholic, so she's out. One's only 12, so thank heaven she's out. And the third's got consumption. So that leaves 3. 3 German princesses, and that's the choice. If you must laugh, kindly do it in a decorous manner.
It's fantastic.
Oh, this one's not bad.
Elizabeth of Veed? No, not absolutely unattractive, but she doesn't speak, she bellows, and she has shoulders like a professional boxer. Well, Charlie, what would you do if you had to marry one of them?
Frankly, sir, I'd rather be sent to the Tower.
And so would I, gentlemen. So would I.
The map of Europe is like a jigsaw puzzle with some of the pieces not yet in place.
You intend to finish it to your own liking, Prime Minister?
Perhaps, fortunately, sir, that's no longer my department, but Russell's. He has the Foreign Office.
And what do you say to that, Lord John?
A leopard does not change its spots, ma'am.
Well. But I only interfere when it's a question of British interests or the safety of British citizens.
Do you not also have a duty, Lord Palmerston, to protect the weaker nations against the strong?
Ah, I think our record on that is fairly good.
Mrs. Paget and her husband are on leave from Copenhagen.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, there's a case in point. Denmark lost half her territory after the Napoleonic Wars and stands to lose more.
What's the feeling over there?
The Danes are fiercely patriotic, and will obviously become more so the smaller they become.
Well, surely they realize it's hopeless for them to oppose Prussia.
They will fight with all the heroism of desperation.
You're all talking as if Prussia were the bully in the school playground.
It's very apt, ma'am. One can almost see it flexing its muscles. But I fancy His Royal Highness knows more about Prussian intentions than any of us.
At one time I thought I did, but...
Well, if the gentlemen are going to talk politics, I think we ladies should do it. Now, we only have a few moments, so tell me everything.
What would you like to know, Mum?
Oh, come, Mrs. Paget. I know you are my daughter's closest confidant. You can speak freely. Has she written off the German princesses completely for my son?
Nearly.
I have heard Anna of Hesse is very clever.
I have here some photographs of the Danish princess.
At last.
They're really a very good likeness of Princess Alix.
Of whom?
That is what they call her.
Why?
I really don't know, Mum.
Well, I don't suppose it matters, but I don't like it. It is only with the greatest reluctance that we even consider her. You say they are like her?
They scarcely do her justice. Her manner is perfect, simple, and unassuming, but with such charm.
She's not an intellectual.
Oh, far from it.
Good.
She has great concern for everyone. She is the peacemaker of the family.
Peacemaker?
Our guests, my dear.
Mrs. Paget has brought these from Vicky.
Oh.
Now, you know Vicky is prone to exaggerate, but Mrs. Paget, I believe, is not. Alexandra appears to be everything we have been told.
Sehr hübsches Mädchen. Have you sent one of these to Bertie?
No.
Do not do so. At least not yet. I have not given up hope that he may choose one of the others. We must not show him these. Could not fail to be attracted. You will understand, Mrs. Paget, that the Prince of Wales has little or no knowledge of the world. Apart from members of the family, he's had almost no contact with the gentler sex.
The news from America is very grave, ma'am. The northern states appear to be losing. The Confederates are pushing ahead on all fronts.
So it seems that gallantry is still superior to industrial power.
Yes, incredibly enough, it looks like it. Of course, it all depends upon whether the southern states can maintain sufficient supplies for their armies.
The same problem we had in the Crimea.
Ah, but we did not have to run through a blockade, ma'am. President Lincoln is angered by the number of British ships which beat the blockade with provisions for the South.
It is not official trade, they are privateers.
Yes, but what would we do if one of them was attacked?
It is so difficult when one's sympathies clash with one's convictions.
That's very true, ma'am. I am deeply indebted to the Prince Consort for his advice.
I wish you would let him rest. He has enough problems.
Ma'am?
You'd think it would be simple to find a wife for the son of the Queen of England. No such matter. News that we are considering the Danish girl has leaked out abroad. The Prussians are enraged and are saying the vilest things about my daughter and the Crown Prince for helping us.
I hadn't realized. Has the Prince of Wales finally chosen her?
It is not a question of choice, Lord Palmerston. He will have none of the others. She is the only one left.
Well, what do you think?
Will you go to the nursery and take Beatrice?
She seems most attractive.
Yes,
Can't you be a little more enthusiastic than that? From the photographs, I'd marry her myself.
If she really looks like that.
A portrait may flatter. Photography, in my experience, cannot.
Well? Well, Bertie, what do you think?
She seems very pleasant.
Pleasant? Pleasant? Is that a way to talk? I had expected some show of interest even from you. She is a pearl.
I thought you were against marriage with Denmark.
Do you think we'd hesitate when it's a question of your future happiness?
We would make it absolutely clear that there is to be no political connection.
I couldn't possibly decide, not at least without seeing her.
Of course not.
Well, that can't be for some time. I'm going back to Cambridge tomorrow.
No, we have thought of that. We shall say that in order to complete your course of military training, you are being sent, als ein Beobachter, to observe the German army maneuvers on the Rhine.
Germany?
You leave next week, join Vicky and Fritz. Princess Alexandra and her parents will be there at the same time.
But if she's brought to meet me, I'll be committed automatically. Her parents...
Her parents have agreed to the meeting at our request, purely so that you will have a chance to see their daughter and she you. You'll not be committed unless you wish.
Princess Alexandra believes they are only visiting relatives in Germany.
The meeting will appear accidental. She knows nothing, expects nothing.
Alix, run and change. Your father is taking us to Spire on the 11 o'clock train to visit the cathedral.
Is Minnie coming?
Oh, no, Minnie's too young.
Oh.
You're to wear your best dress.
The party one? But trains are so dirty it will be spoiled.
We may meet the bishop, and your father wants you to look your best. Hurry now.
We shouldn't have come to Balmoral.
You know you love it.
Yes, but we should have gone with Bertie to see Vicky and Fritz.
You wanted to be in all the papers tomorrow.
Well, why haven't we heard?
It's our only meeting today.
If only I knew what was happening.
Well, by now, Vicky and Fritz and Bertie will have arrived at Speyer Cathedral. They will go in through one door. Prince Christian with his wife and daughter will go in through another door. Und dort werden sie sich treffen.
I can't believe it. Still nothing.
Come on. But you had the letter from Vicky?
Yes, but nothing from Bertie. He must have felt something. Is he made of stone? Oh, what does Vicky say?
Oh, Frauchen, you must have read it 100 times.
My beloved parents, I felt very nervous the whole time. I see that Alix has made an impression on Bertie. He said to me that he had never seen a young lady that pleased him so much. She talked to him in her pretty, unaffected way. Prince Christian was particularly tactful, never made up to Bertie at all. The mother said she perceived that Bertie was not indifferent to her daughter, but he had seen few young princesses, she supposed, and he might see one that pleased him better.
Where would he find them? In Patagonia?
If only we knew how he really felt.
As you say, cannot fail to have been moved. But he so very rarely shows his true affections.
So you enjoyed your visit to Spain?
Oh, very much, Papa.
And what about meeting the Prince of Wales?
I couldn't believe it when I found out who he was.
Yes, but what did you think of him?
He was very kind and very shy.
Have you heard from him since?
Only when he sent the photograph.
Let's go inside. What did he talk about in the cathedral?
He showed me the chapel of St. Bernard, and he tried to explain what all the carvings meant. I don't think he really knew very much about them.
Did he say anything else?
No. He said he liked visiting Germany and that he'd like one day to come to Denmark.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Did he sound as if he really meant it, as if he wanted you to invite him?
Your father is asking you if you think the prince liked you.
I'm not sure. Why? Why is it so important?
One day, he will be the King of England.
Yes.
Whoever marries him will be the queen of the greatest empire the world has ever known.
Marries him?
If he cares for you. If you could come to care for him.
I don't think so. At least I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Although I liked her.
You have seen her. Is she not beautiful?
Beauty isn't everything. And besides, she's not as beautiful as I expected. Her nose is too long and her forehead too low.
Nose? Forehead?
This is not the reaction we expected.
It's too important a decision to take at once. Marry in haste, repent at leisure.
You will not quote proverbs at me.
I'm sorry, Mamma, but it sums up my feelings exactly. I have not written her off, but I have not yet fully decided. And now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll change for dinner.
Not yet fully decided. We wait for 2 weeks and this is all he says?
Something has happened to him.
What?
I should have realized it before. Is it this week's in the army? He's more in command of himself, more grown up.
He's a little taller, that's all.
No, there's something else.
He's incapable of any true feeling.
He certainly doesn't behave like a young man who is in love.
But why do you have to move?
Because I have to have a room of my own. Papa says I'm nearly 17 and must become a real princess.
Oh, all because of the stupid Prince of Wales. Do you love him?
I don't know. I carry his picture with me always. I look at it and I wonder
what it's like to be a queen. All those servants, all that power.
No, not servants, not power. I wonder what it's like to be in love. Really in love.
Well, that was a very fine dinner, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Carrington. My wife will be delighted you approve.
Thank you.
Sir?
Well, if you young gentlemen wish to smoke, I think perhaps I'll leave you for half an hour.
He's He's mellowed a bit, hasn't he?
Oh, Bruce. Thank you. Yes, I suppose the older I get, the more he realizes he can't change me. Yeah. He still doesn't like me smoking, but he doesn't exactly stop me anymore.
What do you do at home when you want to smoke?
Well, I'll tell you. I excuse myself, go along the corridor to the East Tower, dodge the guards, find a window that faces away from the wind and blow the smoke out very, very carefully. Hang on. I've got some extra brandy tucked away behind Burke's Peerage.
You are well organized.
Getting so. Though I'd rather had rooms in college than a governor and his wife to look after me.
Yes. Yes, it must make certain things rather difficult.
Not the right glasses, but then we can't have everything.
There's a certain young actress who wishes to be remembered to you.
Of whom I have the fondest memories.
Thank you. She wondered if another meeting might not be possible.
It might be arranged.
Many happy returns, Bertie.
Oh, thank you, Alice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
20. I can't believe you're really 20.
Oh, doesn't it show?
I'm so glad you could come today. Maybe the last time we'll have you to ourselves.
Why?
Well, by next birthday you'll have a wife.
Oh, Alice, not you as well.
Poor Alexandra. She's so pretty.
I've never seen her.
I've seen her photograph. If you don't want her, I'll marry her myself. Why not? We're the same age.
We'll have to improve your dating.
Why are you talking so loud? Bertie,
Good morning, Mama.
why aren't you dressed in mourning?
Morning?
Our cousin Ferdinand died yesterday of typhoid.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
And his brother, King Pedro of Portugal, is dying. Your father is very distressed. Alice, fetch Papa.
Yes, Mamma.
Lenchen, Affy, I want to speak to Bertie. Be careful what you say to your father. You can be very thoughtless, you know. He has enough on his mind without contradictions from you.
Yes, Mama.
Now, I wish you many happy returns. Though you will understand that we cannot celebrate with any real joy.
Bertie!
I'm sorry, I've only just heard.
He has not had time to change.
Oh, es macht nichts. Doesn't matter. My congratulations. Now, I know you're reluctant to discuss it, but your marriage is too important to be left undecided. It's important to you and to the country, morally, socially, and politically. Both your mother and I are in favor, and Alexandra's parents.
We are still both very young.
If you do not act soon, you may lose her.
Yes.
But you know I will not force you. There are 6 weeks till the end of the year. I give you till then. Let me know what you decide.
The southern states sent 2 envoys to us to plead their cause on a British vessel, the mail steamer Trent. In our own waters, off the West Indies, she was chased by a federal cruiser, stopped at gunpoint, and the envoys taken off.
Do they realize the consequences?
I've written at once to President Lincoln demanding an explanation and the return of the envoys.
And if he does not reply?
Action must be taken. Already at the first reports, anger and excitement in the country are intense.
Lord Palmerston, you must promise me to take no positive steps until you have all the details, until you've heard from Washington, and then not without consulting us.
Very well, sir. I promise.
Thank you.
If you will excuse me, ma'am, I must return to London.
Of course. Will it be war?
Lieber Gott, no. 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 Lincoln is a wise man. He will not risk retaliation by the British Navy.
Oh, they must apologize fully.
Of course, but it must be handled with care. There are other ways to settle this than sending in a gunboat.
What are you going to do?
work for a little.
Oh, no. You look so tired. It's my fault. I know I depend on you too much.
We are a team. Besides, I enjoy the work. When something interests me, I must see it through to the end.
You care too much about too many things.
Perhaps.
Come to bed, Albert.
Not just yet.
Please. You're always working, always tired. We never go to bed at the same time anymore.
Well, I have one or two things to finish here, and then I will come in.
A special messenger from Germany, sir, from Baron Stockmar.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I shan't need you any more tonight. What is it, dearest?
A letter from Stockmar.
What does he say?
It's about Bertie. He writes about Bertie, a son of mine. Said the son of mine.
What?
Now I know why he did not want to get married, why he was always putting it off.
Why?
Stockmar heard about it weeks ago, but he refused to believe it until it was confirmed. Now everybody knows, except us. Bertie is having an affair with an actress, a music-hall dancer. Everyone is laughing. Under the noses of his governor, his commanding officer, she was smuggled into his quarters in camp by some of his friends to make him a man.
Is this true?
Yes.
Behind my back, with the help of other officers.
Yes.
His Royal Highness will be coming here on Monday. We will not speak of it again till then.
You say you did not plan it?
Not at first. I didn't even know she was going to be there.
That appears to be true, sir.
It was a party given for me shortly before I left. I had too much to drink. I went into the bedroom.
You need not go on. Who were those officers who brought her to you?
You must tell us their names.
I cannot.
They should be reported to their commanding officer, sir.
I'm sorry, General Bruce.
That at least I admire you, for it would have been cowardly to sacrifice those who risked themselves for you, even for such a reason.
I disagree, sir.
Please make no attempt to find them.
Very well, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
It is a long time since we have talked together.
Yes, Papa.
In fact, I don't know when we have talked. Strange that father and son should know so little of each other. Perhaps in the past I have given you cause to resent me. I have not meant to. Everything I've done is because I love you and because I wanted you to have every advantage, every possibility of success in life. Perhaps I forgot that you also needed affection. We must try to be closer in the future. The past is past. Bertie? I know I do not need to ask you to promise never to see this woman again.
I shan't.
If we found out that you had, it would be a terrible pain to me and to your mother.
She doesn't know.
Not all the details. It is not right that she should.
I will try in the future to be more how you want me to be.
That's all I ask. In our place in life, everything we do is important. We cannot live as other people. We must think always of our country, of the example we set. That is our duty. Always.
And he was genuinely sorry?
He had not realized the damage he could cause.
Then he is not completely lost. But I shall never forgive him.
But you must.
Why?
We cannot allow everything we have achieved to be destroyed by one mistake of our sons.
Are you cold? You look exhausted.
Well, it was a cold day. I think I walked too far. We took a wrong road.
Come and sit down.
Russell and Palmerston are waiting.
Oh, let them wait.
It is important that we should see them.
I don't want to, and you should go to bed. You need rest and warmth.
But you nurse me like one of the children.
You probably need it.
Nonsense. A good night's sleep, I shall be perfectly all right. Now, if you will not see your Prime Minister, then I must. We are in a state of crisis.
Palmerston can quite well deal with the situation on his own.
The consequences would be disastrous.
The country and Parliament are completely behind us, sir.
They're united in their determination that the flag of this country should not be insulted.
But surely no insult was meant. The American government will apologize.
They have so far refused. Their attitude is aggressive and unfriendly.
Is that the dispatch you propose to send?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
It is not only their attitude. General Scott has arrived in Paris from America on diplomatic business.
He says that the seizure of the envoys was discussed in cabinet at Washington and was deliberately ordered.
He is commissioned to propose to France that she should join the northern states in war against us, and to offer France in that event the restoration of the French province of Canada.
God in Himmel, has Lincoln gone mad?
Well, perhaps not he, but some of his advisers.
That is why we've had to move. We've sent a brigade of guards to Canada.
Of course we must. My lords, pray be seated.
Thank you.
But doesn't surely Lincoln realize that France would never join him in a war against us? French sympathies are with the South.
They're more interested in cotton than in Canada.
The federal states will find themselves alone, caught between the Confederates in the South and us in the North.
You cannot send this.
We must, sir.
We must demand the immediate release of these men and an apology from the American government.
Of course, but this is too strong. The Americans would take it as a direct challenge.
But they're in the wrong, sir.
Yet they must be given a chance to get out of it with honor. Otherwise, we should be forced into a pointless war. Even if we win, what should we do? Split America in two with the southern states? This dispatch must be rewritten in a form that Lincoln can reasonably accept.
It must leave on the packet boat tomorrow, sir.
Give me tonight, gentlemen. Take this to London at once. Tell Palmerston. Well, wait. Wait for a reply.
Albert, what are you doing here?
I finished it. I'm so cold. Look at my hands, I could hardly hold a pen.
I shouldn't have left you. Come with me. You must go to bed. Have you been here all night?
It had to be done.
Yes.
We couldn't send an ultimatum. They couldn't understand that.
No, of course they couldn't. Come. Oh, Dr. Clark, I'm so glad you've come.
I brought Dr. Jenner with me, Ma'am, and with your consent, I should like him to examine His Royal Highness.
Yes.
Thank you.
Come, Mama.
How is he, Mama? Restless.
What is...
A chill. Just a chill. And overwork.
Should I write to Bertie?
No. It's all his fault.
How, Mama?
Your father got soaked through when he went to see him at Cambridge. I don't want him here.
It's more than a cold. It's fever.
Oh, but it may not develop.
We can't take that chance.
You don't know them as I do, Jenner. He has a morbid dread of fever. 2 of his close relatives have only just died of it. If he thought that was his trouble, I tell you, he'd just give up. And besides, it would worry Her Majesty quite needlessly. No. You and I can handle this.
Well?
There's no immediate danger, Mum. There is some fever.
But that's not to say that it will develop, ma'am. Dr. Jenner will confirm that there is no cause for alarm.
Wer ist da? Was macht ihr? What are you writing?
A letter to Vicky, Papa. To tell her you are getting better.
Don't lie to her. Tell her I am dying.
Oh, no, Papa.
I'm the only one who seems to know it. And there's so much still to do. There is noch so viel zu tun.
We accepted the Prince Consort's draft of the dispatch without question. War has certainly been averted.
Yes.
It is only another proof that we should always consult His Royal Highness.
I have always said so.
There remains the question of the knighthoods for Mr. Dilke, Mr. Lloyd, and...
No. I cannot discuss such things when my husband is so ill.
But The bulletin said that the Prince Consort had only a mild indisposition.
It is more. More. They said the fever would not develop, but it has.
Fever?
Dr. Clark and Dr. Jenner said it was only a chill. But the Prince has so little stamina. Sometimes he does not even know me.
Well, we must send for another specialist. Watson is the best man.
The doctors will think we do not trust them.
They are not fit to attend a sick cat, ma'am.
Nein, es ist viel. Ich muss mit dem Minister reden. Was weiß er darüber? Soll ich doch mal her? Ach. Listen, I can hear them.
What, Albert?
The birds in my garden at Rosner.
Albert, there is another doctor to see you. You will like him.
Ask Alice to play for me. In Festburg, she's tun sie Gott.
Has the Prince of Wales been sent for?
I wanted to write to him, but Mamma thought it might upset Papa to see him.
Not at this stage.
You must rest, Mamma.
He wants you to play his favorite hymn.
Gastric fever. It's typhoid. Oh, my God.
It's from my sister. She thinks I ought to go home.
Is His Royal Highness seriously ill, sir?
It doesn't sound very urgent. But if we catch the train after dinner, we could be in Windsor by the early morning.
Wer ist da?
Es ist das kleine Weibchen,
Gutes, kleines Frauchen.